Welcome to the Singapore Management University podcast series, which features the latest insights and perspectives from our faculty. Information and technology are indispensable to modern living and businesses. As the business environment evolves, new and more complex challenges will arise. The SMU School of Information Systems, or SIS, is helping companies tackle their business challenges that span technology, consumer behavior, and a range of social issues by building solutions with data analytics and employing its multidisciplinary problem-solving toolkit, which encompasses statistics, econometrics, data mining, and machine learning. Associate Professor Michelle Cheong, who is the Associate Dean of Postgraduate Professional Education at SIS, conducts research in areas such as intelligent systems and decision analytics, decision support systems, as well as heuristic, search, and optimization. In this podcast, Professor Cheong shares her research on operations management, how it benefits businesses, the innovative ways of teaching operations management techniques at SIS, and her future research direction. Professor, what's your main area of research and why is it useful?
My research is mainly focused in the area of operations management, or in short, many people just call it OM. OM refers to the management of activities and decisions that are related to processes and resources dedicated to the planning, production, and delivery of products and services. So my specific work actually includes the using of OM techniques to solve real business problems, as well as the teaching and learning of OM topics. I can group them into 4 groups, namely supply chain coordination, spreadsheet modeling, operations data and decision analytics, and effective online teaching and learning of OM topics. These research activities are useful as they aim to find better solutions for businesses to make them more efficient and effective. In terms of teaching and learning of OM topics, the responsibility of being a faculty member is to pass on the practical knowledge to the students in interesting and innovative ways, which is also very important.
Can you briefly elaborate on what is supply chain coordination, spreadsheet modeling, operations data, and decision analytics?
In supply chain coordination, we try to coordinate multiple resource supplies to multiple demand points in order to achieve an overall optimal solution for the entire system. For example, in a 2-stage supply chain, there are multiple manufacturers which are served by multiple suppliers of multiple components. How do we determine the best allocation of the suppliers and their components to the multiple manufacturers in terms of satisfying the price, quantity, and lead time requirements? In spreadsheet modeling, we attempt to represent business problems into mathematical expressions, which can be built into spreadsheet exploratory models to answer questions such as what is the best price to set, or by what year will panda become extinct? In operations data and decision analytics, we will first identify the actual root cause of the business problems by collecting, preparing, and exploring data to gain business insights, before proposing what objectives and decision analytics solutions can and should be done to solve the problems. For example, if the check-in counters at the airport is experiencing delays, is the problem due to too few check-in counters, or is it due to slow check-in process? So, it is important to collect, prepare, and explore the data to identify the root cause first before proposing how to solve the problem using decision analytics techniques.
How does one solve real problems using operations management techniques? Can you share with us a couple of examples in which you were involved?
Well, one is I have consulted for a large brewery which they require a decision model to determine the optimal allocations of their customers to their local warehouses around the Singapore island, taking into account throughput, warehouse and trucks utilizations, response time, distance, and fuel costs. I have built a solution model for them and an effective tool using the spreadsheet that implements a heuristic solution with user-defined inputs. Another example would be in the area of operations data and decision analytics, where past data of retailers' orders were analyzed, and using statistical inference, the ordering behavior and pattern were determined, and used to propose new ordering quantities and intervals, so as to smooth out uneven distributions over the week in order to reduce overall distribution cost. This piece of work was converted into a teaching case and have won the inaugural Teradata University Network, in short TUN, Innovative Teaching Award in 2013.
What are the innovative and effective online teaching and learning of operations management topics which you have done?
Over the last 2 to 3 years, I have converted some of the master-level teaching topics in operations analytics into online learning. Of these, I have created 2 scenario-based simulation games to teach and learn capacity planning and workforce scheduling. In these 2 learning objects, the students will learn through the theory, concepts, and computations with interactive actions. Plus, they will perform the computations and decision-making and enter their solutions into the learning objects. Real-time feedback will be given to allow the students to assess their decisions. The scenarios are capacity planning of hospital beds and the scheduling of ambulance drivers, which most students are familiar with and thus able to relate to.
Where do you see your research leading in the future?
I particularly like the work on operations analytics, where I combine data analytics and decision analytics to solve business problems. Many OM problems ranging from demand forecasting, inventory management, distribution management, capacity planning, workforce scheduling, and even queue management are usually solved using OM techniques with the assumption that the actual cause of the problem is known and the problem objective is well defined. However, practitioners like us would know that real business problems do not present themselves clearly, often resulting in people solving the wrong problem. Thus, it is important to first identify the actual cause of business problems by collecting, preparing, and exploring data to first gain some business insights before proposing what objectives and solutions that can and should be done to solve the problems. This will ensure that the root cause is identified and the right problem is solved.
Thank you, Professor.
Thank you.